a yoke, and he was the only one that I remember going down there, walking down Sandhill where I've come up, with this yoke with 2 lines. Now I mentioned it to Bill Colley, Bullocky, who was on Reynolds Street. He said, I had Jan, he says. So I don't know, I mean, he would never give you it, I don't think, Bill. He'd keep it till it's rotten. It was full of worms, I think. But I'm going to see Bob, his son, to see if he's done it, if he wants it to sort of keep it as a keepsake and use it. I mean, I would use it because I go on the brig for limpets, flithers to you. Yeah. And I mean, it takes pressure off your joints. Yeah. Because I notice when you're carrying things, it pulls your joints, doesn't it, and makes them ache. I thought if I get because you can't buy a yoke now, could you? I doubt it, no. I've never had on what they're like, I don't know. They put me padding in them, I don't know. But I want to see Bob and see if he's got his dad's yoke. And then anyway, I ended up down at the Cobble Landing, and I think it was a while before I got well in to get in the boat and help them to chuck the fish out, because I have a little photograph at home of when I did it. Because I think I've got an army tunic top on, which my mother bought from Army Navy stores, cheap. Can we copy that photograph? Yeah, of course you can. It's actually the boat, I think it's Jim's father's in the boat, but he's bent down and I'm there like this. I think I'm saluting actually, if I remember right, I'm doing that. And I can't think who took the photograph. And there's somebody stood there, I think that would be old man Tim, Jim's uncle. And I said there was Jim's father in that boat, Jean and Barbara, and Mark Scotter, he did the engine. Well, he loved to tinker on the engine, then he didn't have to do it when late on. So I jumped in cobble and used to help chucking them out, the fish. 60 or 70 stone, 100 stone sometimes. Did you ever see the RAF from Butlins come down there to pick the fish up? Yeah, not many times. Yeah, I did. I knew about it, the RAF, yeah. Because we were told that three out of the 8 cobbles in the war were used for catching fish for the RAF. Was there only 3? I couldn't have told you. I didn't know much about that. Just knew the RAF, because they were at Butlins, weren't they? Yeah. That's where they took it. All that lovely fish. Oh, so there was some still sold down there. I didn't know much about that. Because Jim, he's got a good memory. I mean, it was his job anyway, really. When these fish were collected then, some of them went up to the railway, didn't they? Yeah, well, where are we now then? Got the fish, he used to get the heat. Those codlings like that, sometimes we got no dogs but codlings, 100 stone codlings. Well, we didn't mind, we loved it. I mean, we weren't forced to work, we liked it. And it was cold winter time, they only did it in winter, and we were only kids. And love it, Dickie B, Ben Jenkinson and Frank Jenkinson, they were 2 brothers, they were together. And then later on there was buyers came from other places and that upped the price of it, they didn't like that. Like, which other places? Leicester? No, they came from Hull, and other ones thought, they'll go selling it, buying fish and selling it, and they did that. No, they eventually did come from Hull, the buyers, later on, when they got to know about the fish. So then you're taking these fish up to Lovat, Dickie Bay? Yeah, but you had to fillet them first. What we did, Benny Orr used to say, pick us them codlings up, lad. So we used to get a box or 2, there was 2 boxes nearly, chuck them in, drag them to where he wanted them, and they didn't have to pay any electricity, it was gas. And they used to build their little shed with all wagon sheets and that, to stop draft, and filleting boards and everything. And they used to fill it there, they used to fillet all the fish there. Where at? On the Cobble Landing. Yeah. And these codlings, to get a faster move on for them, we used to head them, what they call head them, take the head off, down the side of the fin, not the lungs, the fin, and he took the lugs off with the head, and they used to keep them lugs for making fish cakes. It was only if you cook them and the meat used to fall off. And we used to cut the head off and chuck them in the head and chuck them into his water thing. And he used to right quick then with fill it. And we didn't fill it. Couldn't fill it then, I don't think. And then when it was they had to fillet it, weigh it, make a ticket out and everything, and because he used to go around picking tickets up to Benny, he was that stingy, to use twice. Then nails, picking nails up, because the lids were nailed on then, and there was no that plastic then. No, it was all nails, and then there was 2 pieces of rope in the end as a handle, and then he weighed it, put tickets on it, and lifted it onto the van, and he had a Morris pickup. I think there was a car cut down, but it was a big one. And I remember on the front that needle, which got a bit warm coming up the ravine.
Oh, on the bonnet?
Yeah.
The temperature gauge on top of the bonnet?
Yeah, I also remember it had one of them. And up to the station we had to be there for about 7:10. And many a time we were leaving.
Is that in the evening?
Yes, in the evening. All fit up. Without gear, he never used to come back. He made sure he had only one run up for all fish on and stuff up forward, weighing scales and everything. There wasn't a lot of stuff to go up. A bit of fish got shop, because it was a shop in Oak Street then. And he never panicked, didn't Ben? And he had his brother's fish as well. Up to the station, and the train was usually in then. And they had to, where Silver Birches was, there's the main line, and then there was a line down to Silver Birches in the...
so they got a shed?
That was good, yeah, that was Goods Yard. And they had a Scammell little Arctic 3-wheeler there. And
Bill
Mason.
Bill Mason drove it, yeah.
Yeah. And then we used to back up to this fish truck. It was a fish truck, maybe 2. Small goods, they were only small, weren't they? Not a big carriage. It was a goods one with a roof on it, and put the fish in there, shove it in there. And I think somebody used to come down from the platform to see everything was all right. I think.
Station master.
Well, yeah, either him or somebody. I don't know who it would be. Who else worked there?
Well, John Farline, do you know John? He's a bit younger than you. You know Bill Farline?
Yes.
John's his eldest son.
Oh yes.
David Farline's the second, I think.
Yeah, well, where is he though? Do you know?
John lives in Wakefield, where I come from, so you won't see him in Filey.
No, I do know him, that's right.
But John Farline said to me that the station master used to go down to the cobble landing every day to see how many wagons they wanted at the railway station.
Oh, I don't know a thing about that. I wouldn't have thought.
It was the station master that told him.
Yes. Oh, right.
That said he...
I don't know why. I mean, I just thought there's tons of room in the wagon. Tons of room for what they went from Filey. I mean, because there was him, there was quite a few who used to go up, like I say, but you were there, and I think I don't know. They seemed to me as though they wouldn't have waited for you. If you hadn't got it on, they would pull out. They seemed to, but they never did.
Was it a passenger train with the wagons on the back?
Yes. Yeah. It was going to Leicester, Nottingham, Doncaster, Sheffield. I think Leicester was the furthest south they went. It was there for next morning. You see fresh fish.
Yeah. You never saw any fish buyers from Leicester then?
No, they used to bite off them.
Yeah, I went down to Leicester Fish Market a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And the old chap there, he was saying that the fish buyers from Leicester used to come up here occasionally.
Did they?
Yeah.
To buy?
Yeah.
It's a long way to come, isn't it? Just to buy a bit of fish.
It is, yeah.
Well, and they were probably doing him out a bit, middleman. Because at Scarborough, I know they're probably fish buyers, but Nobody can just go and buy fish at Scarborough Market unless you're a fish bar. But with him coming from away, he probably would have that privilege. Which I wonder Benny I didn't try to stop him.
Do you remember the Filey fishermen going to Scarborough on the train on Monday morning?
No, Monday morning, Scarborough, no.
Most of the Scarborough fishermen, you see, were actually Filey men.
Yes, they were. They were in keyboards at Scarborough.
Yeah.
In the
early days, maybe when you were a young lad or before you were born,
yeah,
they all went on the train early Monday morning.
Aye.
You never remember that?
Well, there wouldn't be a train early enough because they went off earlier when I remember.
What time?
They used to go for 5 o'clock and that one.
Depending on the tide.
But they used to stay aboard, didn't they?
Oh, they stayed aboard all week or until
all
they got...
night. They used to stay aboard 2 or 3 nights, and then come home, and then come home at weekend. Because the keelboats were 7-handed, Mary Joy, Hyperion, Progressive, all of them, all 7-handed. And 3 of them used to go to sea. 3 of them, the skipper and 2 hands. And they used to shoot the lines and haul them. 3 of them. The other 4 used to be in the bait house, baiting lines. Because they had a lot more lines than what Farley men had. Because they had 7 blokes, you see, whereas they were only feeding 3. And they used to, like I said, they used to come home after about 2 nights, if it was good weather. But winter time, it messed it about a bit. And then come. I think they had 2 nights. Yeah, so how did they get through? I think they got a taxi through. That's right. Chorry Mason started pulling cobblers up with a tractor. He had a taxi business, and I think he used to take them through early morning to get the boat, because there was no public transport that early.
Yeah, so that when you were a lad, they probably stopped going on the train then.
Yeah. I think it would be when they had yawls.
Oh no, it was later than that. Bill,
later than that, was it?
Not Bill Mason, Bob Mason told me.
Oh yes.
When he first started, they used to go on a train.
Did they?
Yeah. He was on the steam drifter from Scarborough.
Oh right, yeah.
And he said there used to be 100 or more.
Yeah.
And Bill Kappelman said that they did count 247 Filey fishermen on Filey station one morning.
Go on.
All going to Scarborough. Used to fill the train.
Yeah. I know, I've been with them a time or two fishing, I used to go with them. And they used to say, he that goes to sea for pleasure goes to hell forever. I thought, well, I've been sick all day. That was Sam Robinson. I remember him saying it was on Brilliant Star.
So you went to school in Filey?
Yeah, I missed the infants because I was too old to see when we came through.
Right.
And I went to the one on top of the ravine.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in Maud Pearson's class. Maud Pearson. She lived at Muston Road. And I remember seeing this bloke coming in with a white shirt and slacks. It must have been summer. All lovely brown and blondish hair. And who was it? Billy Kappelman. She says, that gentleman's a teacher, is starting on Monday at the church school where we were. And that was in Maud Pearson's class. But he was gardening teacher mostly, was Bill. And then he was gardening teacher when we got up to the council, what we call council school. We call that the council school at West Road. And we finished off there, and I sat my exams but I didn't do any good. My sister did, she got through and she went in nursing.
So what age were you when you left school?
15.
And what did you do then?
I stayed at McDonald's. I was errand lad at McDonald's, and my parents worked at McDonald's in McDonald's shop one day, and I'd got this rejected, and they were saying about what am I going to do. McDonald's says, "You can have a job here if you want." So that was it. I didn't have time to say no.
That's the butcher's.
That was the butcher, yeah, McDonald the butcher. And so I ended up there 7 years. You know, me came off ration, and he had a licensed slaughterhouse then, McDonald. A license to slaughter. And because all we did that killed then was pigs, private pigs. Before meat came off ration, you were allowed 2 pigs a year to kill for yourself. And they were big ones, you know, the dad young ones, 14 or 15 stoners, but with that much fat on bacon. Killingbecks did that. Have you heard of Killingbecks?
No.
They were a family. There was the old man and 3 brothers. And it's funny how they call them Killingbeck. And they used to slaughter the pigs for the home use. And they were spotless. They were, you couldn't, now if you look at a pig head, it's all hair. I mean, they took about 2 hours to do it, to scrape everything in between the things. And they were spotless, they were. And then when meat came off ration, they started killing McDonald's pigs that he used to buy at the market on a Monday. And I tell you, they were dead clean what they were.
So you spent 7 years?
Yeah, 7 years.
Learning butchery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learning work. I didn't have to learn butchery, it was work. Because it was only him and me.
Right.
She did the books. And we had a letter and that and odd time or two until I couldn't stick it in. I had to go with errand. I tell you what, when we got a proper errand lad, Christmas, I missed Christmas, the tips you used to get, oh heck, pocketfuls of 2 bobs and half crowns. They used to have to go out to in pockets. And then you saw these little lads going, and I've got all this. And an odd person, an odd customer, used to give me 6pence when I used to go with the meat on a Saturday. 6pence. Sometimes you get me 3pence. And it all helped because it was only about 3pence to go to pictures.
Whereabouts was the slaughterhouse then for McDonald?
Right, West Road. You know where Edwin's place is, the crab place? That goes down there.
Where you go back, yeah.
Pardon?
Where you go down.
Yeah, you go down to Garrett. He was there, was Burton, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was there. That was the slaughterhouse. Because